back after a long 2 weeks. 2 weeks? 2 weeks? 2 weeks vacation.
Yes.
And we've got some huge news that come down the pipe.
Huge.
Yeah, very good, Donald.
Yeah, I try a little bit.
I know, we just lost half our followers. Thank you very much.
That's true. Everybody's just turning the show off.
Lord.
That's my bad.
But speaking of turning the show off, what did you get to say?
Hey-ho.
Global Force Wrestling.
I'm getting good at that.
Oh, are they going out of business? Or are they just gaining all these networks? Are they going to do this? Are they not going to do this? People's walking out the door. People's coming back in. I mean, what the hell is going on
They're
here?
saying Global Force, they're going to have their own subscription service. I wonder. Probably NWA subscription service will have more subscribers to it than that one. But Global Force they've already announced an initiative to have the over-the-top subscription service of Global Wrestling Network.
Right.
And then they got some overseas, but that's where they need to go. Just take the company overseas and leave it there. Because apparently they love them in the UK and India. They love them there too.
But they re-up with Pop TV. Ooh,
another year, I think. Another year on Pop?
No, it's re-upped. You know, Ed Norgenham, whatever his name is.
Yeah, that's a weird name.
Yes, he was talking all the talk.
We're gonna start calling him. What's that guy's name that ran Pizza Hut?
Jim Herd.
We're gonna start calling him Jim Herd from now on. Anytime.
Big Ed is now known as Jim Herd. Yes,
we're bringing Jim Herd back out of retirement
because he's taking Global Force without Jeff Jarrett
to the next level.
He's going to compete with Vince McMahon. I'm just waiting any day for them to go into Monday nights to compete with Raw.
Yeah, that'll be real good.
Because they are ready. With their lineup of superstars, they are ready to take over this war. Yeah, and bring back Monday nights for all the fans that hate Vince McMahon in the WWE.
Right. So, yeah, because now Jeff Jarrett's taking the indefinite leave of absence. Apparently, he posted on Twitter how excited he was for the month of September, and then the very same day, he takes a leave of absence. Fishy, fishy, fishy.
Amazing.
Because it wasn't his decision, it was Ed's decision. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, Jim Herd.
Jim Herd's decision to let him take an indefinite suspension. Supposedly, there's been a lot of things that have happened to make him want to do that about getting rid of Jeff Jarrett. So now they're saying that they're bringing back Big John Gabork. And which a guy who was never involved in WWE in the creative process, being the head of your creative, doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
And then Sanjay Dutt and one other one.
But they also get feedback from Dutch and Jim Cornette. So.
Jim Cornette and Jeremy Borash is also one of the ones that's giving feedback. Abyss is another one.
Yes, because he's never leaving.
Of course not.
Until they put the out of business sign on the door, and then he'll have to go somewhere else.
He will, and then he'll probably head up to wherever NWA is doing their thing at.
Or Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground, that might be a good one for him.
Because they're all connected. So.
Yes.
Anything about that? We got some signees when we're away, and some returns.
Yes. Good stuff going on there.
I don't know how the return is going to end.
Oh, yeah, and they're saying that Anthem was reportedly hemorrhaging. I love the word. Hemorrhaging funds.
Yes.
And looking to get out of wrestling, but apparently it's all a lie.
Yeah, the way you listen to Ed. I mean, Jim Herd.
Jim Herd, he says it's all a lie. If you're just now tuning into this, you're like, Jim Herd, WCW talk. Is this part 2? Is this Pro Wrestling Review?
No, yeah, that's
Is this Monday Night Wars? But no.
But the WWE has signed Leo Rush, which sounds like it should be a good sign.
Hopefully they do not give him the same gimmick as the Velveteen Dream and put him as a tag team again. Because on the indie scene, they were a tag team.
Ooh, well, I ain't seen the Velveteen Dream in a while, so...
If you watch the latest episode, he did a backstage segment talking to that woman that the one backstage woman I don't like. The newest one.
The newest one,
she's so animated the way she talks.
That's why she'll be in NXT for a while.
Yeah, she needs to stay there.
Shelton Benjamin returned when we was off to SmackDown.
And now he's in a tag team with Chad Gable. But he didn't look too excited about that when Daniel Bryan told him that was what was going on.
No, he did not look too excited about that. But their match went over well. But this past week, there was I don't think anyone in tag matches except...
Whoa. Glorious! Okay, sorry.
Yes. He was on SmackDown too. Yes.
No! He wasn't even on SmackDown this week. It was a dark match.
Yeah, but they showed a video package.
Why?
I don't know. They don't want the same match again since he took on Kanellis. So.
Well, it's called you have plenty of talent.
I know.
Give him a jobber. But they're saying that it's going to be him and Dolph. They're making Bobby Roode a face. You can already tell that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because they love the glorious thing, so they're like, hey, we'll do that.
When he interrupted Aiden English, he knew he's a face then.
See, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, wait a second, he's facing Aiden English. They're both heels. I'm like, well, never mind, they're not.
No.
So that's very interesting to go over as the biggest heel in NXT, and the very same time you show up in WWE, you're the biggest face. I was like, that's kind of weird, but all right.
It works, hey.
Apparently they liked him, so...
Well, they got a couple of weeks for them to butt heads. They haven't even butt heads yet. I thought maybe one time when Dolph was running his mouth in the back about what people love, the gimmicks, instead of what he is.
Oh,
he
but come on. How wonderful is that with him playing Macho Man, playing Naomi, played John Cena.
Yes.
That was funny.
Somebody says he needs to just go to just black hair, black set. No music. I mean, not even no music, just come out.
Really?
Yes, just
black boots,
no
black
animation,
trunks.
no animation or nothing. Come out, do what he does in the ring, and then leave. You know.
Right. Oh, and another thing.
But even people said Nakamura a while back gave it away. He's leaving anyway. So.
Right. Another thing, and I don't think we went over this before because I think we were out.
Well, hold on. About Donovan Dijak is also in WWE now.
Yes, he has reported to the Performance Center. Was about JBL.
Oh, JBL.
I don't think we put that on there.
We did not.
Because it's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
JBL has decided to leave to go work with the people in Bermuda.
Yeah.
It's apparently where he lives full time. Which, by gosh, if WWE's paying his plane ticket from Bermuda to wherever every week, seems like that might be expensive.
Oh yeah.
Coming off of an island, ain't that an island?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seems like that would be expensive. But Eric Bischoff did make a good point, saying that Corey Graves' move to SmackDown Live further dilutes WWE's attempt at a brand split. Yeah. You gotta keep the announced teams completely separate.
Yes. If you want him to stay on Raw, put him on Raw. Put somebody else on SmackDown. You're not putting him on Raw and SmackDown.
Right.
So, you know. Yeah, I don't like it either. I mean, I like Corey, but it needs to be one or the other.
Oh, absolutely.
Not both.
But
and then injury bug has struck.
Of course.
Again.
With Asuka having a broken collarbone, she did vacate the NXT Women's Championship. But it makes me wonder if she was already going to vacate the Women's Championship anyway, and this was the route they were going with her vacating it, so she never lost it, just like with Paige. She vacated the belt when she came to WWE. And then, because they're saying that the plan is for her to go to Raw, and then she's going to continue her undefeated streak.
Good.
Just off of this, she's going to be undefeated on Raw, so she'll be the champion in no time then.
That works better than what they have.
So, well, don't hate on her.
I'm glad she got the title back. Why the hell they give it to Sasha in the first place?
Every time, have you noticed that?
Yes.
Did you look? Sasha Banks, every time she was the champion, 1 month exactly, every time.
Oh, was it 1 month? I just thought one
or
time.
28
one
days.
title defense seemed like
every time. It's one title. I think it's like 28 days every time.
That's funny. No, I haven't paid attention to that. It's very funny. But she seems to have her nose in there about that. But hey, I wish you wouldn't have got the title in the first place. How about that? So. Big Cass. That was bad.
That was a big hit. A big
hit for him.
Because now he's set to miss 9 months following an ACL surgery, and that's not good.
No, and you
know he was getting that big push
when he was dropping all them F-bombs.
Oh, and he was hitting the apron. He was pissed.
Yes, he was pissed. Because he went back and he just dropped like what Vince did when he entered the Royal Rumble. You know, he dropped.
Well, because he went to kick Enzo, and Enzo moved, and so his leg went over the top rope.
And down he went, and that's when the thing
when
happened.
He dropped is when it happened.
Yes.
So it definitely was unfortunate, and it just... And of course, that means his big push is over, so I hope they keep it going when he comes back.
Yeah, I hope they do too.
And then, of course, Samoa Joe, like kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, because he's just appeared on the face of the earth, and you find he's injured. So.
Yeah.
And then he needs to be back in October, I think they said.
Another one that we didn't put on here, they're talking about the possibility of his last match being the cage match as the Big Show.
Yep.
They're saying that maybe his last active singles match.
Yeah, he needs hip replacement.
He's got to have a hip replacement, and his size is going to take a while to recover from that.
But what a way to enter and exit. You entered from the
cage. Coming into the cage
yes.
from under the floor, and he exited going out of the cage. So the same way he let Stone Cold win the match, he threw him through the cage. He gets thrown through the cage.
Yep. Hey.
And maybe that was part of the idea, you know.
Well, hey, just pencil him in for the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna be a Hall of
What
Fame.
you're talking about, Batista, you know. So
He'll probably be the headliner. I don't think Big Show will be the headliner.
No. If they get Batista will be the headliner, other than Rock or Undertaker.
And they're saying those are two of the other options.
Yeah.
And Batista won't take it if he's not the headliner. I guarantee it.
It's fine if he's the headliner. No biggie.
Right. Also, Maria Kanellis went on to Instagram, provided an update on Mike Bennett. People were, saying that he's been pudgy and they're not using him all this. Well, apparently, he has been working out a lot.
Yeah.
Because apparently the reason why he may have looked a little more pudgy is because he did have to enter a rehabilitation center and he's been clean now for 2 months. So right about the time they hired him, apparently he came clean about it, is what it sounds like to me.
Well, he had to.
And they put him into rehab. So it may be taking him time to get his body back. I mean, but when you don't care about anything, I mean, Maria didn't even know. That's how much he was keeping it a secret.
And this may be once. I mean, you just wash this year away, just make it a wash.
Yeah, and then start over January.
Yeah, start fresh. Give him a push. Build up the gimmick again.
About to say, because I actually like I think it's funny.
It was
with the whole lovey-dovey stuff.
Oh yeah. And speaking of lovey-dovey, Paige.
Oh my word. Not being charged for domestic violence. So that means that it wasn't her third strike then.
So she's not fired yet, folks. But we still may get to see her one day in WWE for a little while.
Right. It wouldn't surprise me if she does like the return like Awesome Kong did. Like Awesome Kong came back all of a sudden at the Royal Rumble and never saw her again.
Nope. Hey, could be it. Come in, do that, sign the contract in the back in your contract, or sign the paperwork and be gone. Show up in Global Force. Where's your husband or boyfriend or whatever they are? Fiancé. Attack her. Latino blood in him. Latino blood.
Something.
So let's see. We got Jeff gone from indefinite leave of absence.
Del Rio.
And they got Del Rio.
And they're saying that they were going to do Del Rio versus Jeff Jarrett at Bound for Glory or whatever it's called.
Yes.
And I'm like, really, people?
Well, they better start on the next set of tapings then, because less these they've done now is filmed up to Bound for Glory.
Right.
They filmed like 8-10 weeks in a row already. So.
Yep.
Well, let's switch over to what's going to be this Tuesday night.
Not Tuesday night in Texas.
No.
They're actually in Vegas.
I think it's going to be like 30 minutes. It sounds like.
That's it.
What it sounds like.
I mean, because are they doing the SmackDown tapings, then doing
205
Live, and then doing that?
I saw 10:30 Eastern, which is 9:30 our time for 205 Live, and 10 Eastern, 9 our time for the Mae Young Classic.
So it'll go SmackDown,
from 7 to
Mae
9,
Young Classic,
from 9 to 9:30,
and then boom,
9:30 to 10:30.
Gotcha.
Yes, because they're doing the 6-woman tag match they taped tomorrow night on Raw after Raw.
They're doing what?
They taped a 6-woman tag match. They're doing that tomorrow night after Raw. They're going to show that.
I was wondering where that was at, because I think that's when they started chanting for Jazzy to be signed.
Yeah, that's what was it. Which I thought would be part of the Mae Young finals, but I guess not. It's just be one match.
One match.
They'll crown.
They'll probably be like a 15 to 20 minute match, and and then for like 10 minutes building everything up, going over all the details. Oh yeah, and there's supposed to be a red carpet. Yeah.
And hoping Kara Sane wins, but I do not believe she's going to pick up the victory. I believe it's going to be the MMA girl.
Really?
Yes, I do.
I cannot find what I was looking for earlier. That's aggravating.
Yeah, no, you'll find it later.
Maybe so. But yeah, you think I guess the MMA thing would make sense, because, and that's another thing.
Now if she wasn't friends with Ronda Rousey, the Japanese chick would win.
But this is the thing
and
that I like.
And they should announce that the winner will be the new NXT Women's Champion.
You think they're going to do it that way?
It wouldn't surprise me if Hunter doesn't come out and make that announcement.
But the cool thing about all this, because I don't know if you watched all of it, but they are building up the 4 Horsewomen versus the 4 Horsewomen.
We're doing that, yes.
And they were talking about putting the 4 versus 4 at Survivor Series.
Oh,
and then having Charlotte and Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania in a one-on-one.
Instead of waiting to WrestleMania to do that. 4-on-4.
See, I thought they would do it that way, but
they ain't waiting for nothing for WrestleMania anymore. Who cares? Whatever,
but
whatever.
some of those girls, I don't know.
All these matches they should save for WrestleMania. They're like, well, we get one. Let's put them on SmackDown.
I mean, but we know that Shayna Baszler obviously is trained as a pro wrestler as well.
Yes.
But the other three, I don't know how much. I mean, even Ronda Rousey. I mean, I don't know how much, what do you call it, talent they have really, how much they've learned in pro wrestling. I mean, one of them is married to Roderick Strong. That doesn't mean they're going to have a good presence in a wrestling ring.
Right, and do you pretty much slap your people in the face?
Can't do it.
And have them all tap out to the MMA girls.
Cannot do it that way.
You cannot, but this is a man.
But if it's a
and he says, "Wow, this will get me promo material on ESPN
True.
and Fox Sports and this and this and this and the
But with it being 4-on-4,
that's why I think right there that
Shayna Baszler will win because they can put that on
ESPN.
ESPN.
Ronda Rousey in the ring when her after the win, and whoever else is
They'll
there.
have all four of the women probably standing there with her, and then Triple H will be there, Stephanie will be there, all that. But my thing, I mean, hey, it is good publicity. I get all that. It's wonderful. That's great.
What Vince does. Why was LT and Bam Bam the main event of WrestleMania? Because it's Lawrence Taylor.
Right. But
that gets you publicity on ESPN.
But I will say this.
Yes.
Doing the 4-on-4, there are ways to mask people's inabilities.
Yes.
Because obviously it's got. I don't think it'll be a wash. It's not going to be four MMA beating all four WWE. I don't think it's going to be.
I think the ones that are weaker in the thing, which is still locking a hold, tap tap tap, you out of there, has been eliminated. Next one comes in, they tag in somebody else, tap tap.
Because now you have destroyed. Well, Bailey's already been pretty much pushed, push-o-matic. But
Bailey.
That's Bailey, that's Sasha, that's Becky, and that's Charlotte. I honestly do not see them all four tapping out. I could see it coming down to Charlotte and Ronda being the final two, but I don't think Ronda's team would all do a clean sweep.
Not.
I don't think they would. But I will say this: there are ways
to make the match better. You would have to run, dun, and get down those two. Yes,
right. But there are ways.
Or those two go out first because they were fighting each other and got both counted out.
See, that's what I was about to say.
Yes.
There are ways to cover up inabilities by getting people counted out, getting a disqualification, anything like that. In those particular matches, it'll make it to where there's unfinished business and they don't make them look bad, either one from either side. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could see Bailey and I could see Sasha both tapping cleanly. I can't, there's just something about it. I don't see Becky tapping cleanly.
Well, that's all future stuff. That's all future stuff. We have to see what happens when it is made official. But like I said, this is coming up Tuesday, and I do believe that Vince will lean that way and give the win to the MMA girl.
Wouldn't surprise
me. Me neither. I'd like to know if either one of them really signed. Have you heard anything? Have either one of them signed?
What, any of the MMA ones?
Yeah, I mean, or Kara. Is Kara signed? Is she signed? She signed.
Yeah, Kara Sane already signed. She signed. She signed
we know
before.
We know how when the cruiserweights, you signed, you end up in the finals. You didn't sign, you got beat.
Right.
So.
But yeah, that
They didn't sign it. They didn't sign Toni Storm. They didn't sign her.
I know. There was a lot of good ones.
Calm down.
There were some good ones. And then there was the one Aussie one, and I can't remember her name. The tall one that's 20 years old. Jim Ross was like, she's got good upside. I'm like, she got a good backside too. My God.
So how close were you to TV when Tessa was on there?
I mean, I was.
Yeah, did you have the same smile on your face that you did have when you interviewed her?
You're so wrong. Okay, but it was a good match. I will say that.
It was a good match. We already knew. I wish they would have kept it.
Right.
I wish it was more live than taped.
That would have made it. That would have made it so much better because I did kind of get bored a little bit because I already knew who was going to win.
Yeah, it kind of hurts.
But that Piper Niven, she's the one that is Viper. She Lord.
I haven't seen that one yet. I watched a few episodes. I haven't watched every one yet.
You need to watch them.
I want to see Tessa and her, and I want to see that Kara Sane and Tessa's match. And I saw Tony Storm take on somebody.
And remember, Kairi Sane in her final matchup in all this before the finals got a concussion. And if you go back and watch it, I mean, I'd have to watch it back now to show you where it's at. Yeah. But I feel like I saw where it happened. Because she was kind of loopy after all that. But she finished the matchup. But
that's my wife's pick right now. So
is Kairi Sane?
Yeah. She also likes Tony Storm too.
There you go. So I like Tony Storm. My God. And the 20-year-old, the blonde-headed 20-year-old.
I thought it makes sense. I'm trying to know what you're talking about.
We'll have to look up all the pictures for all of them.
Yeah.
Because
there's one in there that looks kind of like Bailey. Could be Bailey's tag team. Could be her sister from another mother, for God's sake. She's got the same face and hairstyle. It's like, because my wife said that about it. Well,
that's
fine. She looks like Bailey.
You have to show me who that is then. Oh, I wonder if it's that little tiny one, Dakota Kai.
It may be, because you got the kind of weird nose. Yeah, I think it is.
Real tiny girl. I mean,
yes.
I couldn't believe she was that little bitty, but she went pretty well in the tournament too. There's a lot of good ones that I think they could. I mean, honestly,
they need to sign. That's true.
I could see them signing all of them. But I mean, I thought they all did well. I know, of course, I want to see Tessa in there, but I don't think she's going to sign.
Not yet.
I think she's going to be like Zack Sabre Jr. and she's going to hold out.
And Young Bucks.
And the Young Bucks, of course. And
there'll be time.
Speaking of that, the Young Bucks, they may not go. Because they do their own YouTube show.
Yes. They got a cease and desist letter.
They got a cease and desist to do the suck it thing. Have you watched it?
No, I haven't watched it.
So, Marty Scurll was drinking something. So, he's sitting here drinking something with a straw. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's funny, you did it at the same time. So, he's drinking something with a straw, and he couldn't get it. And apparently he was having a hard time drinking it. Mm-hmm. And they look at him and they said, just suck. And it bleeped them. They bleeped themselves in the video. Even
that's funny.
When they didn't say it, but they did the motion, it had a bleeping sound to it. So they took it and ran with it. I mean, it was good.
Well, they've been doing that anyway. You see that video with all them standing around watching Adam Cole and them debut? Adam Cole debut? Yes.
They watched the video of it. Oh, and another thing is they cannot say F the Revival anymore. So they now have...
Okay.
They got a cease and desist on that too. They're not allowed to say F the Revival. So now the crowd can say it though. You cannot stop the crowd from saying it. So they looked at them and they were like, look, we can't say it, but y'all can say it. Mm-hmm. And so the whole crowd, F the Revival! And then the whole crowd said, suck it. Mm-hmm. And that was the best part because on their tights it said FTR, F the Revival. Yeah. But they cannot spell it out. They can have the initials, but they cannot say it.
That's funny.
I'm like, it's just another shirt right there because everybody knows what the FTR would mean then. That's funny stuff. Okay. And even the Young Bucks have put out there on Twitter, they said, well, if it's up for sale, we may even buy TNA. Hilarious. The same company that didn't even push them correctly, and they decided to leave, and now they're talking about, we'll buy them.
That's funny.
So, because I was reading the article, and apparently they got a lot of. They said Hot Topic cannot keep their stuff on the shelves.
Oh, I can believe it.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
Because they don't get the Bullet Club money from shirts for Japan. They don't get money from that. So if they sell that stuff in Japan, they don't get the money for it.
Wow.
So I'm assuming the Hot Topic deal is for because the Young Bucks stuff's in there, Marty Scurll's, Cody Rhodes stuff is in, I think it's just theirs. It's not just exclusively just Bullet Club, it's their individual shirts as well. And they get the money from that. So New Japan doesn't get, they may get a percentage.
They probably make a little more off going through Hot Topic than they do through that Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah.
They still do that too.
Oh yeah, they still do that, and they have YoungBucksMerchandise.com.
Yeah.
So they said that TNA needs their marketing expertise. I'm like, this is hilarious. So freaking funny. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I mean, it's funny when the Young Bucks sit there and talk about wanting to buy them
and
out.
It shows that they've got Vince's attention to get a cease and desist letter.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about the second? Okay, so that DX does it.
I know, right?
DX ain't around no more.
Exactly. To me, anytime they do it, it's an homage to them.
Yeah.
So if anything, That should
DX invented it, and now they're doing it. So I don't think
that should make people want to go. Hey, I want to go to the network to see the original stuff. And at the same thing, like Kevin Nash, and they were talking about the whole Too Sweet thing. They said we love the Bullet Club doing that because guess what? It gives us money because when they bring it up and they say it's an homage to us, people come and look up our stuff, and we get paid. And they said that since the Bullet Club started, that Nash and Hall and all of them have gotten more bookings because of them. So it's like they're all helping each other out. So I don't understand the whole cease and desist. I think it's unnecessary.
It is. But let's talk about one thing I forgot to put down.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I ain't going to be punching into it. Sexy Star.
Oh, yeah. I say blackballer.
What about...
I know that sounds bad, don't it?
It does sound bad, but I read another story about
Cody Hall.
Yes.
He did the same thing.
Do you blackball him?
Yes.
Don't know who his father is.
Nope.
Because
he should respect the business more.
Yes, he took business in his own hands, and that you do not do that.
Yep. Now, if it's a big angle and they're working off of the controversy because of Sexy Star and they made that an angle, hey, that's good.
Yes. Yeah,
good business.
Angle, but if you're doing it just to be a jerk.
Yeah, if you did that like legit, then I don't care who your daddy is, you need to be blackballed from the business because that's dangerous, and you don't need to be dangerous in the ring because just like Cody Rhodes said. Cody Rhodes said Sexy Star is not allowed in any locker room he's in. So that may be a thing. Like if you book me, you cannot book her, and I'm glad people are going to start doing that.
Because
you don't sit there and go do that, and now she's trying to she's trying to act like woe is me.
Yeah.
No, not woe is you. You sat there and took business into your own hands, and that's why
I heard worse than she's injured already.
I watched the video. She was yanking on that thing.
Yeah.
So, that's the thing with Cody Rhodes. Cody Hall. I don't care. Like I said, who your daddy is. Your daddy should have been, and I'm not saying he didn't, but because of who your daddy is, you should have more respect for the business.
Hopefully, this is an angle.
I hope it is.
This is not him being a jerk.
Either I hope it's an angle, or if maybe it's blown out of proportion, and he did it on accident or something. I don't know because I haven't seen a video of it.
No.
So
like I said, I just read it. Could be true.
Hey, I read it last night. I was like, whoa.
And if it's true, and if he did break the guy's hand and arm, then that's wrong on him. He should be blackballed because you can't trust him. Then you should try to wrestle
when you have an accident, because accidents happen all the time.
Now,
if there's an accident, then no, they shouldn't count that against you.
No.
But if people knowingly say, okay, that dude did that on purpose, then no, you should be done for. That's the way I look at it.
Yes. So Bret Hart, Seth Rollins did not hurt people on purpose.
Right.
It was an accident.
He didn't know he was going to end Sting's career because honestly,
Hart breaks John Cena's nose.
Or hurt Finn Balor.
Yes.
I mean, it sounds bad when you list them all.
It does. It's freak accidents.
I do believe that the buckle bomb thing needs to be taken out, though.
Yes. I'd rather have the curb stomp.
Right? The curb stomp never hurt nobody.
No, because if you do it right.
But Vince was like, oh, he's the champion of my company, and all these, when it goes to the Today Show, the curb stomp, they show it over and over again. People are going to start stomping each other in the head. We got a lot more things in this world to worry about than people doing the curb stomp.
Yes.
Okay? That's why you put a disclaimer at the beginning of all your shows and stuff like that. So, I don't agree with that. But I do agree that the buckle bomb, since it's clearly injured Finn Balor and Sting, then it probably should be kind of tapered back.
And I've seen him do it one time.
I haven't really paid attention. So
I can't remember who he did it to. It could have been Cesaro. He could have done it to Cesaro.
And that's how he got hurt.
I don't think it was Sheamus. It might have been Sheamus.
Oh, you talking about currently?
Yeah.
I thought you said because Cesaro was out.
The last 2 weeks, it was either Cesaro, Sheamus, Gallows, or Anderson. One of the four.
There you go.
Got it. Can't remember which one it was. You got
Seth probably couldn't pick up Luke Gallows.
You got 3 ball-headed ones there, so it could have been the ball-headed ones.
And one's almost ball-headed. He just got a mohawk.
Yeah, but you can see his white skin. You can tell.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Him. So I don't think it was Sheamus. It might have. It was one of the baldies.
There you go.
So, well, that's it for part one.
That's it.
We were all on the road.
But we didn't go too far over.
Back all
it's been 2 or 3 weeks now. So.
Yes. We'll be back with Pro Wrestling Review with the Monday Night Wars. We do October 21st through November the 11th of 1996. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm just a cat.
We'll see in a few clicks right here at Top Rope Reality. Still.
Always.
And forever.
Right.